Hi, you have tuned in to Mary Precious Jones Huntsville, better known as Precious. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really do appreciate it. And if this is your first time, welcome. Welcome to Mary Precious Jones Huntsville. Now today I'm not going to be doing any decorating, but my husband, he wants to come on and speak about his mother-in-law, which is my mother. Her birthday was July the 22nd, and so I honored her on the previous video. And so he wants to come in and honor her as well. He had did the video, but he just now letting me know he did the video because he said he didn't want to bother me because I came in late the night of July the 21st from work, and I was tired, so he didn't want to bother me. So I'm going to let you listen to what he has to say about his mother-in-law. Her name is Queen Victoria Mulkey Williams. Okay, so I'm going to turn him loose. Now he has a big mouth and he can talk, okay? So let's jump into the video.
Hello everyone, my name is Bobby Jones Sr. I come to today to wish someone a heavenly birthday, which is my mother-in-law. She passed away 3 years ago on May the 8th of 2020. It was a day that we'll never forget. But let me tell you about her. She was an outstanding lady. Very nice and to me out of all, because I've been in the family now for 30-something years, and she was an outstanding lady that always looked out for me, because I ended up marrying her baby child, in which she accepted me in the family when she first laid eyes on me. So, but let me finish telling you about her. She's a special lady. Her and my father-in-law that's gone now, they raised an outstanding family, boys and girls, outstanding. Them girls all went to college and did something with themselves. The boys were mechanics and, did trees and different things. Smart bunch of kids. And let me tell you, my mother-in-law was so outstanding. She would, I listened to her tell the stories about when she went to march along with Martin Luther King and all of them for the civil rights movement, because she was 90-some years old when she died. And we really appreciate what y'all do of what she did in order to make things move. Even during that time, from the era there was, racism was real strong, but it didn't stop her injecting her views of what she wanted them kids to be in life. And they took it at heart for being something great down there in the area where they're from. My mother-in-law was so outstanding. She purchased a big spot of land down there, had her house, my sister-in-law house, and had a little apartment built back there to use. Then in the neighborhood, since they were out in areas where a lot of stores wasn't, she actually had a store built for the community. And the store was like a store and a game room. We had a pool tables and everything. My kids and their cousins, my other nieces and nephews, would have such fun there growing up, to see all these things where they could come to and enjoy what they call Big Mama's house and everything. She was a pillar of the community, very smart. She'd sit there sometime and let you talk, and she'd just laugh and just nod her head back and forth. But don't you ever think that you're smarter than her. This woman knew her stuff. She paid off her property ahead of time. You hear me? Paid it off ahead of time. Very, very smart lady. I remember some few years back, she told me, Bobby, anything you want to put on this property, put another house or anything on there, you can do it. You know what? that did something to me. It really touched me for her to tell me that, because I knew there were two factors in it. To put it there because I was always there to look out for her. Me and my wife always would take her a gift when we go down there. Because her name was Queen Victoria. That was her name, Queen Victoria Williams. And I think that people looked at her as that. Even some of the other people there, they used to call her mama. Because, you know, her age and her wisdom she had bestowed upon the people around the neighborhood. It was her and a few others around there. They was up in age. But they are the ones that built their community. They were the pillars of their community. If we only could get the younger people to listen to some of these people so they can tell you what they went through in life. They went through a whole lot. But you know, despite what people try to do, it didn't deter her from pushing on, pushing on, pushing on. You know, it was always a joy to go down there and see her, or she'll come up here to see me and my wife, to check on us. You know, and I remember one year my wife had surgery, she couldn't travel. So me and my nephew got together and said, well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sneak her up here and without my wife knowing it, to surprise her. And we did that. We set it up, we planned it for 2 weeks. And we got her up here. My wife didn't know she was coming. We kept it quiet. When my wife realized that she was here, she was already walking in the door, coming up the steps. We did a good job on that right there. And you know, and like I said, she raised outstanding daughters besides my wife. Now, remember this, keep in mind now, I picked the best daughter. Y'all hear me? I'm the one that picked the best daughter. That's right. But, and I'm going to tell you anyway, she going to laugh and say, oh, I knew it, he was going to do that right there. I met my wife. She was living next door to some friends of mine. And she needed her light bulb. I had been seeing her back and forth. She needed her light bulb changed in her apartment at the top. And she called over there and asked for a friend of mine to come over and change the light bulb. He couldn't do it. He was incapacitated back there in the back somewhere. He couldn't do it. So I said, I'll go over there and change her light bulb for her, because she had a little surgery, a little thing on her arm. She couldn't do it. So I went over and changed her light bulb for her. And when I changed the light bulb, boom, the light came on. And then we spoke to each other and I left. So when she get to arguing with me and trying to get smart with me, I let her know, hey, remember now, you was in the dark. I showed you the light. So I should make sure I rub that in on her. Y'all tell her that too. All right, now back to my mother-in-law, my other sister-in-laws, you talking about they can cook, clean, smart as I don't know what. They were smart as a whip. And they still are, the ones that are still here. I have two of my sister-in-laws that have passed away. I really miss them. One we call Victoria, which was, I named her mother-in-law, Bibbo. I really miss her. You talking about a sister-in-law I had a great time clowning with. That was her. That was the oldest girl. And then you had the other one named B, which died the same year that my mother-in-law passed. You're talking about her and my brother-in-law, great hospitality. You talking about, that's all we had to do was get there. We didn't have to worry about food, anything like that. We just need to get there to them. And they always welcomed us. And all this, my brother-in-law, great mechanics. You know, I got one live in Fort Wayne, Indiana. You know, the other ones live down there. But you know, the family has really treated me well, all because of my mother-in-law. And I remember when I first seen my father-in-law, he has passed away too. He welcomed me to the family. And I remember him getting me, we was down in Florida. He told me to come ride with him. Well, in other words, he made me drive. And I drove him around Haines City, Florida. And he introduced me to his friends that were sitting outside of a store, like on an old movie set, playing checkers and dominoes and all that. And they used to laugh and tell me about how stingy he was. So he bought me some chips and a double cola. And he said, you got to go ahead and drink the double cola because we're not taking the baller with us. So I can turn it back in and get my dime back. It was funny. But I thank God for him. He welcomed me into the family because I married his daughter, his baby at that. And I got others, sister-in-laws and different ones down there, brother-in-laws. It's been a great adventure, me marrying into the family in South Alabama. Outstanding. Love to go there, enjoy my nieces and nephews down there, all because of that one lady, Queen Victoria Williams. You know, she was outstanding. And when I say it's hard to describe her, thank God that I had time, spent all these years with her, you know, and then got a chance to see her. I was standing in the hospital with my wife and my sister-in-law to see her. We actually heard her praying with her eyes closed for at least an hour and a half. And this is when the doctors said they would not let anybody come into the hospitals. But for some reason or other, God touched the doctor hard and said, let them all in. Let them all in that want to see her. And we literally sat there in that room with her until she did her last prayer. When she did her last prayer with her eyes closed, that's when, in a snap, the Lord took her on up to heaven. You know. So I want to wish her that happy heavenly birthday. I'll never forget that day that she did pass away from us. But you know what? God knows all things. My hugs go out to my wife all the time, my family. See, they are my extended family, and they always looked out for me. So I really love her and the whole family as a whole. Fun. You know, we always have fun when we get together with my niece and nephews and all of them down there. You know, they always respect me on a high level, and I thank God for that. You know, so I want everybody today to wish my mother-in-law a heavenly happy birthday. She would be 97. My wife gonna get me for that. She was born in 1924. Let me see here. 1924, July 1924. So keep that in mind. But I thank God for her and what she did in life. Bye-bye.